I thought Isaiah Wong and Jordan Miller were really good down the stretch. I thought they made every big play that Miami needed. When you look at two guys who are returning from last year's team, and obviously adding some transfers, those guys were really, really special. I thought when you look at Wong's number, I didn't know he had 8 assists and 0 turnovers. I thought it was a game of run. It was a fun game. We got a big, then it was a back and forth game. I thought the difference in the game is we didn't get a lot of stops when we needed to at the end. And then when you look back at the stat sheet, giving up 21 points in transition is never a good thing. And so I thought that was a really difference in the game.
Was there a big difference? Do you think they adjusted anything in the second half to the first half? Jaquavion had, I think, just 3 points in the second half. Was there anything did differently?
No, they stayed with his ball screens a little longer. But our two guards have been really, really good, and they were good tonight also. Yeah. They scored the ball. I think what we suffered a little bit or struggled a little bit is we really didn't get a lot of production from our 3s and 4s, from our forwards. And obviously I thought our press was very effective early, but when we stopped scoring, we couldn't get into the press.
Can you talk about some of the different things that Jarkel Joyner gives you guys this season compared to last year?
He's been good, and I think you guys understand this as covering the ACC or college basketball. If you can get a senior and older guard that can run your team in maturity, and but he's been really good for us on both ends, defensively and offensively, and he's a guy that kind of makes us go a little bit, and I think he's helped Jaquavion become a better player because he got a guy beside him that's older and that's been through it a little bit.
Coach, can you just talk about the defense that Harlem Beverly also played in the second half on Jaquavion and Jarkel?
Yeah, I thought Beverly came off the bench and did a really good job. I also thought that Joseph, who doesn't get a lot of credit overall as a player, but defensively, he's very disruptive, and Wong was good. I thought they did a really good job. I thought the difference is they got some stops down the stretch, and we did not. And obviously, I thought at the end of the game, Jordan Miller did a great job of taking the game over, and he drove it a couple times. He got to the free throw line. He made his free throws. He made a big 3, and we didn't have an answer for that as far as getting stops.
Were those shots late, the ones you wanted? You said they got the stops. Were those shots that you were looking for?
From
your end.
Yeah, I'm okay with our our shots. We take shots like that. You look at Miami, Wong, and even Pack. They take tough shots. They make it. I have 2 guards that can do the same thing. I just think we didn't get the stops that we needed on our end.
Your team had 22 points in the paint in the first half. What were some of the things that you did to really exploit Miami's defense?
Well, we put, DJ Burns can really score the basketball. He's got a great touch, and so I think he played a career high in minutes tonight, and we were able to throw the ball inside to him and make some baskets. And early on in the game, instead of settling for 3s, I thought we drove the ball also and got to the free throw line.
What do you think overall of the Miami team this year? They lost 3 big seniors from the Elite 8 team. What do you think so far from what you've seen on film and today?
It's a good team. They've got, when you look at 2 guys who played all of those games last year, it makes them a good team, and looks like that they've embraced the new guys who have transferred in. But you got 2 guys who won a lot of games together, and then you add, 3 to 4 transfers. It makes for a good team.